But like I said, it's only right for us to do our video. You know, this step with my man Easky. First and foremost, we want to say rest in peace to Thomas FoRD, a.k.a. Tommy from Martin. I'm going to let you start off first because he a legend, so we definitely want to get our voice on him. Overall, how do you assess his character? What did Tommy's character mean? What did his role, what role did he play when it comes to creating an all-time classic like a show like Martin?
I'm going to just say one word just to make it easy, you know what I'm saying? And the best word I can say is unmatched, you know what I'm saying? Because he had a classic character, you know what I'm saying? He was just in his own lane for real, you know what I'm saying? As far as funny, you know what I'm saying? As far as he was kind of unpredictable, you know what I'm saying? Of course, you got Cole. This nigga, he's so predictable. You know what you're going to get with him. But then you got Tommy. It's like, it's no telling. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm going to tell people right now.
He give you the, you know what I'm saying? He give you just different sides. You know?
For everybody that's listening to this right now, Step from BluntRapENT, I know what Tommy did for a living.
Oh, yeah, I know too. Sure. What he doing?
Nah. Okay, I used to say Tommy sold weed or he did some type of illegal activity, which I believe Tommy character did do that on the side. See, I think when they say, what you do for a living, Tommy? I don't think they didn't know what he do for work, literally. I think for the shit he was doing, the type of... Because Tommy used to be fresh. Tommy was taking trips. Tommy had the plugs. So that's what they meant, because it's 2 episodes that I know about where Tommy showed you what he did. Give you an example. See, I know what Tommy did for a living. Do y'all remember that episode? And 78 pointed this out, but I been knew this. So shout out to 78 Sports TV. I ain't even gonna fake like I ain't see his jump too. But you know that episode where Martin has seen Miss Trinidad? Remember the teacher? Where he got caught kissing her. Remember he had a crush on the teacher. Remember, so it all got initiated because Tommy came to Martin house and was like, we got, I don't know if he said we got career day for the kids at the school. He said we, and Miss Trinidad worked there. Won't you come down there? That's one thing, right? But the reason how I know Tommy worked at the school, let's go to another episode. And that was the first season when that happened. But do y'all remember, I don't know if this was like the 2nd, 3rd, or 4th season when Tommy once again said, come talk to the kids with the Santa jump, the Christmas jump. Yeah. So Tommy worked at the school, y'all. He worked with the kids, you know, but he was moving that weight on the side.
I was about to say, he was moving that weight.
But what's the
he was just too smooth with it.
What's the episode that stand out, or episodes that stood out to you where you feel like Tommy character stood out?
Of course the jump where him and Martin was beefing, you know what I'm saying?
Where they joning,
going back and forth.
You talking about when Martin had Gina with him? Remember when are you talking about the episode where the end where they was joning, like it was Martin and Gina versus Tommy and Pam, and at the end Pam was like, we still playing cards tomorrow? Oh,
nah, not that one. I'm talking about the jump where he ended up getting in an accident. Remember they was beefing because something basically, I think it was over him not picking one of them for the wedding or something, and they was beefing, and then Martin was sending Cole to get this, and Tommy was sending them back, tell him send this, and all just OC just going back and forth. And then they went to the movies. Remember they was at the movies? And then they was sitting beside each other. And then they was all the, dog, this is my jump, like, you know what I'm saying? And then Jada was like, man, put your arm over here. And then they got into it in the jump, spilled the jump. He was like, what'd he say? What's your name, man? Mr. Aggravated Man. You don't remember that episode?
Who said that?
Some other nigga.
Other nigga.
Yeah, but basically they was going at it in the jump, and he got into the accident, and, you know, it just showed how they really did genuinely fuck with each other for at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, no matter how they viewed, like, you know what I'm saying? The beef was petty, you know what I'm saying? Like, they had real love for each other.
An episode that stand out to me with Tommy, it gotta be, it's a lot of them though.
Yeah, it's a lot of them Jones.
But, okay, you could go without blunt rap shirts.
Yeah.
Now, don't you know the fat man that we got on the shirts, the plumber, you remember they got Tommy to be the preacher. See, niggas don't know Tommy could switch it up, son. Because in the beginning of the Martin shows, like the first 2 seasons, he was off his not square but kind of square. You know, wear the shirt tucked in. He wasn't off his leather jacket where he was, what's happening, dog? Yeah. See, once he was, what's happening? He was that nigga at that time. Yeah. But in the beginning, remember, Tommy was the good man. The Gina and Pam were like him. Yeah. And he wasn't the GTD Tommy. He got the draws Tommy. He was off the Reverend Tommy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This was a ham sandwich eating man. And you definitely gotta go when Martin had all of them on the stand when he was off.
Oh, yeah.
What do GTD stand for, Tom? I got it out. He was mumbling that first, got it out. What did GTD stand for? Got the dog. You know, and he poured out the draws. You know what I'm saying? Tommy he was great though, yeah? Like for real, Tommy was my man. You know what I'm saying? One thing about Tommy, you could tell he was such a genuine friend of Martin.
Yeah, he was loyal for real.
Because he always, overall, try his best to give good advice to Martin.
Yeah.
And he was more mature in his thinking. Because sometimes he always was really siding with Gina.
Yeah.
And when Martin did OC shit and Gina had to check him, he'd separate from him.
Yeah, he ain't fucking with it. Yeah.
You in trouble. Like, you know, he was off his... Martin, did you really? I didn't tell you to go that far with the shit, man. And nobody can hit this one better. This is the famous Tommy Jones. Cole, you stupid. Like, you can't deny that. You know what I'm saying? And I also like the kind of the times where they paired up Tommy and Pam.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he loved Pam.
Yeah, he definitely tried to be what he felt like she needed, you know what I'm saying, and still be him, you know what I'm saying? But I remember an episode with them, remember where I guess they was supposed to be together or whatever, but she was trying to be out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And this nigga, I guess they was telling her, like, they don't never separate, like, he always be around, and this, that, and the third, and she was like, nah, you know what I'm saying, he giving me my space, but they went wherever they went to the little pool.
Oh, jump. And they kept showing them popping up on it. We was like, "Who, baby? You want to drink?" Like, and you know, Pam is not, bruh. And when I think about, and I think another reason why I pay attention to Tommy Curtin during those times, because all her friends, they say Korea act like Pam. I ain't telling you she acts like Pam. That's why I always had an attraction for Pam as far as the feistiness. So when I see that, I wasn't really a Tommy, but when I just see them interact, I just think of Korea so much, you know what I'm saying? So I used to always like to see when Tommy interact with Pam. But overall, man, rest in peace to the great Thomas FoRD, a.k.a. Tommy. He also was tight as shit on Harlem Nights, too. You know what I'm saying? And Class Act. What was the nigga name? What was the main nigga on Class Act that was supposed to be the tough nigga?
No.
His name, what was his name? Something Reed or Blade Brown? It was some, you let Blade Brown take your spot or some shit. It was one of them because they flipped it or whatever. But overall, it just goes to show you how evil Hollywood is. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't even fuck how evil they are. We know how it shows how great our people is, because Tommy ain't had that many roles like a Denzel. But I'm saying on record, he's a legend. He gave us a character that's almost like a family member. I feel like we lost a fan. That's Tommy. And it just goes to show you, he just one out of the bunch that gotta go. Gina gonna have to go. We gotta appreciate her while she here. It's only one Gina. When you think of the word Gina, it's no other Gina in this world that made a bigger impact than that Gina as far as influence. I ain't saying she greater than all the Ginas, But that's what we think about when we think of Gina. It's only, see, Martin a great motherfucker because we got, see, when we think of Martin, see, MLK, we think of Dr. King, MLK, but when we first hear the word Martin, no disrespect to King, when they say Martin and just leave it at Martin, I'm thinking of Martin. And he's sharing the same name as MLK, man. They great. And that's the greatest show I ever seen. You know, any final words to him?
Nah, I just want to say rest in peace. Definitely shout out to Martin for, you know, because I definitely came up on that whole era right there. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all of them.
Rest in peace, Tommy. We gonna miss you, my nigga, and we definitely gonna get this.
Condolences
You ain't really going nowhere, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm probably about to look at an episode of you today.
From season 1.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I might have to do. Go back and reminisce and shout out my man Tommy, man, and just reminisce, man. You definitely made your impact. And I feel like the people showed you your respect. You ain't have to leave. That's how you know you great. You got your credit before you left because we know who Tommy is.